Adobe Photoshop offers several different image modes depending upon the task you have at hand. The default working mode is RGB, and this is what your digital camera will capture. However, it's easy to change modes. Just click the Image menu and choose Mode. You'll notice that the current mode is selected with a check mark, and you can also see the bit depth for the image. Let's limit the current conversation to just the modes at hand. Some modes will be grayed out depending upon which current mode you're using. For example, you can't go to a bitmap or a duotone without first converting to grayscale. Let's take a look at how the different modes behave. Grayscale is a logical choice which will discard the color in the image. You'll notice that it has now gone to a black and white image. If we look at the Channels panel, you'll see a single channel available. To make those channels larger, just click the Panel submenu and choose Panel Options, and then select the larger thumbnail. That looks good, and you'll notice that we can now go into the Image menu and that the duotone and bitmap mode are both available. Bitmap is not used very often. However, duotone is a nice look that allows you to create different combinations. And you'll see a wide range of presets to choose from, but essentially, different colors are being used, spot colors for printing, to create a warmer black and white image. You can choose from these presets, or you can create your own by simply clicking in one of the wells and then choosing an available color. Pantone colors are the most commonly used ones, however, because these relate to professional printing. And you'll see this choice taken when people want to create colorful images that go beyond simple grayscale, but don't want to incur the cost of full color printing. If I click OK, the image updates. Let's go back a few steps using the History panel here, and you'll see all the recent steps that I've done listed. For example, I can go back just before grayscale by clicking Open. Let's take a look at another image mode, such as CMYK. This mode tends to be used for professional printing, and you'll notice that it often encourages you to actually use a color profile. This will be provided to you by a professional printer or can be generated using hardware devices with your printer and special output. For now, we'll just click OK. And you'll notice that different channels are being used. For example, if I turn off an eyeball here, the visibility icon, this image is representing where there is black currently present. And as we look at the different values, you'll get an idea of how much of a color exists in that particular area. Essentially, the darker the area, the more that image has that color. So there's a large presence of yellow here in these greenish and yellowish tones. If we look at cyan, you'll see that that is also representative and that the blue and yellow areas are being combined to create the green stalks in this particular plant. Let's turn the visibility icon on. We'll explore channels a lot more in a future video. I'll jump back once more and go to the Image menu and just try another mode such as Lab Color. Lab Color is used a lot for high-end professional print workflows because it actually contains all of the colors inside of both RGB and the CMYK color spaces. You'll notice, for example, that it has one detail channel, which is essentially a grayscale image, and then the A channel, which contains all of the red and green information, and the B channel, which has all the blues and yellows. It's often used for very high fidelity printing. Alright, that's a quick overview of image modes. We'll be using them much more throughout our upcoming lessons.